Am I the asshole for not waking up a tourist who overslept and missed a day trip she paid for? Hi guys, I'm a 21 female, a Bulgarian tour guide who accompanies groups to Sicily. On a recent trip, one woman who was traveling alone, mid-30s, was consistently oversleeping. The first day after we arrived, we had a day trip to Etna and Taormina, for which we depart at 8 a.m., as we do all other day tours. I make sure that all tourists are informed of the departure times on the bus the day before, and they also have my number to call in case they forget so I can remind them. They also all have printed out pamphlets with the schedule made by the travel agency that I hand out that has time for the departure on it. All of the group was on time except one woman. She was late by 10 minutes, which, okay, maybe she got caught up in something late. I excused it, then mentioned to the whole bus and the mic that I do not tolerate lateness beyond 15 minutes, at most in case of emergency like a forgotten possession, and that I must always be called and informed in case someone is running late. Trip went by okay otherwise. The next day, the same tourist was late again, by 25 minutes, almost an entire half hour. I called her twice to no answer, and we were just about to leave without her when she came out running and got on the bus. She got lucky, as the receptionist of the hotel asked me about a missing piece of info on the rooming list and earned her some time. I reminded everyone again that I will not be waiting anymore for late tourists in the morning, and waking up on time is their responsibility. When we came back that evening, she asked me if I could make sure to wake her up on time. I reminded her a third time that I am not responsible for waking people up. Everyone gets a printed itinerary with departure times, and I announce everything the day before. She kept saying, no, just knock on my door if I'm not out by 8:15, and I kept repeating, I really can't do that for everyone. Please set an alarm. Well, on the day we were visiting Syracuse, she didn't show up. I waited 15 minutes after the supposed departure time, called her twice to no response, then left with the bus and the rest of the group. She called me in a panic about an hour later asking where we were. I explained the situation calmly. She got angry and said I had one job and that I cheated her out of the money she paid to go on that day trip. She missed the whole day trip and was furious the next day. Later, she told the rest of the group that I abandoned her and also called my agency, leaving a bad review about me. Am I the asshole for not personally waking up a grown woman despite warning her multiple times I wouldn't? Edit. I talked to my manager today. I was nervous at first because I was already tired of this whole shenanigan and didn't want to spend ages defending myself. So I went to him first and explained the situation before he approached me. He told me, word for word, "Hun, I deleted that bullshit from my email as soon as I read it. Lol. An icon. They'll remove the bad review." Am I the asshole for putting googly eyes on all the food in the fridge to prevent snacking? My roommate eats everything. I'll buy a pack of cheese sticks and they're gone by the morning. I asked nicely, then labeled stuff. No change. So I got creative. I bought a pack of stick-on googly eyes and put them on everything. Milk, eyes. Leftover spaghetti, judging you. Even taped one to a banana. It worked. He said creeped him out, and he stopped eating my stuff. Now he says I'm being passive-aggressive and creating an emotionally hostile refrigerator. Am I the asshole for turning the fridge into a surveillance horror movie to stop my food from vanishing? Am I the asshole for telling my youngest daughter she may not post a video of me having a hot flash? My youngest daughter, 19 female, lives at home. I, 51-year-old female, was having a hot flash and I knew my daughter was filming me. My tank top stayed on, so nothing inappropriate was filmed. Later in the day, my daughter asked me if she could post the video on TikTok. She talked about how a lot of people will get something out of watching it. I told my daughter no, and I stood firm during her begging. She told her father, 53-year-old male, who is my husband, and he asked me to reconsider. He told the video was hot, pun intended, and not embarrassing at all. I told him no. My daughter confronted me when her father said he couldn't change my mind. My daughter told me I was being mean to her. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for pointing out my wife acted similar after my sister-in-law's gender reveal? So, my wife's sister is pregnant. She had a gender reveal last Saturday. This is her second baby. Second baby is a boy, first kid is a girl. Sister-in-law was kind of disappointed, or surprised I guess, about having a boy, but I wouldn't say mad. My wife only has sisters, so sister-in-law probably didn't imagine herself raising a boy. So anyways, right? On the ride back home, my wife was talking about how it was weird. Her sister was so visibly disappointed when the blue came out, but like, she acted the same. She got over it after like a day or a week, but she still was. We have 2 daughters. She was hoping for a boy and a girl. She was like, "We're not talking about me though." And I said, "Just pointing it out." And she responded, "You always do that though." Kind of just admired the air for the rest of the car ride. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for leaving a trip early because it got too expensive? I, female 28, went on a bachelorette for the weekend. Prior to the trip, I let the group chat know that I am on a budget and I need to know the expenses in advance before I can agree. We all agreed on around $500, which I thought was doable. Before getting there, we paid for the hotel and ride around since we were drinking, which was $300. We split it to where the bride wouldn't pay for these, which I was fine with. Then when I arrived, we had our dinner planned and went to a fancy restaurant. I ordered the cheapest meal and then one of the girls took the bill and paid. Then the following day, I asked how much the tip was to pay my portion, and the girls responded to just split the check. And I said no, my meal was nothing compared to them. Then they expected us to pay for the bride for everything she's ordered the entire trip, while she was getting the most expensive meals and drinks / flights at places. Then said, "Why would you come here and not pay for everything for her?" I understand paying for certain things for the bride, but I wasn't expecting to pay for her entire trip. Other bachelorettes I've been to didn't do that. However, if they would have told me in advance, I could have planned. Everyone knew but me. I told the bride that the girls were rude and that I can't afford to stay and I'm uncomfortable. She said it was fine, she appreciated my time. Keep in mind, I wasn't invited to the wedding because she couldn't afford it. Then uninvited me to the bridal shower and as a friend.